Hey, what's up you guys? This is Lucas here from excelwealth.com, and great that you joined in today, because in today's video, I want to talk about the 3 things that you should be teaching your kids about money. Now, we always talk about the things like, the things that you didn't have as a child. Those are the things that you're going to buy as a parent for them. But actually, you should be teaching the things that you've never been taught before as a child. And I'm going to talk about the 3 things that you should absolutely teach them. Curious which ones those are? Be sure to check out today's video. Okay, so you're that parent and you know that, okay, I've got children. Now what do I teach them? Like, they're there. I can see them. And now they're not capable to understand about money yet. But the moment they become older, it's your job as a parent to teach them about the whole idea about money. Now you could say like, honey, you're not allowed to touch money, but it doesn't really teach them anything. Now, the coolest part is money is a good. That's the first thing what you got to teach them. Money is a good. Yes, we get that. And, think about it. When you were a child, you were playing like the shopkeeper game, and, it was okay. And you would sell a bread to your parents, saying like, and your dad would say to you like, honey, how much is it? And you would say, $1,000. Well, and your dad would just pay for you. Because, you're playing as a kid as a shopkeeper. As a kid, you're just interacting with your parents. But later on, when you grew up, the thing is, all of a sudden, it was like, honey, I see $5 lying on the ground. You got to pick it up quickly, honey. You got to pick it up because it's $5. Now, I'm not saying that, $5 is, value of nothing. But the thing is, if you treat it like a precious thing, like my precious, I get it, you get it. If you treat money as a precious thing, people, even your children, will treat it as a precious thing as well. All of a sudden, it's very hard to make money. It's very hard to pay and spend money. This is why it's so important to teach your children, don't make money so precious. Make money, leave it as a good. It is a way for transactioning the moment you purchase something. And just leave it like that. Now the interesting thing is, children as a child play a shopkeeper game, and they buy and they sell things just like a normal thing. They actually treat it without any value. The value that children get with the money and with the goods is because of you as a parent. You give it a value. All of a sudden, they're not allowed to play with real money because, hey, that's real money. And that's totally fine. I get that. But you got to teach them the value of money. Like, hey, it's a way of goods to trade. In the past, we used cows to trade. Yes, we did. And nowadays, we use money. Because the piece of paper, to a child, that piece of paper is valued nothing. It's just as much as the drawing that they made with a nice princess and a unicorn on it. But you put a value on it. You make it precious. And that's the first thing that you need to teach your kids. It's not a precious thing. It has value, but it's not a precious thing. Now, the second thing that you need to teach your children is to play with money. Now, yes, I'm not saying that you should give them all bills of 100 and say like, honey, go play with the money and draw unicorns on it. I'm not telling you that. But you got to give them an idea like, okay, money has a value and money can buy you things. So let them play with it. Make it comfortable. Make it a comfortable situation for them. Like the moment you give them a $100 bill, don't say like, honey, you're not allowed to touch it. The moment you do that, they're like, oh yes, I'm going to be scared with money as well. Money is scary. Money is scary. Money. No, it's your job to teach them to play with money. Now, a very good example, what I always tend to do with my kids is like, honey, you get your allowance each and every month. You get your allowance. So you give your kids an allowance. And that's a good way. Now, the thing is, I let them play with it. I let them say like, I'll give you your allowance. Now, there are 3 things that you could do. You could either spend your allowance, you could either save your allowance and save it for later, or you can even invest your allowance. Now, my kids don't have an idea what investing is and saving is and spending. Well, they do actually know what spending is because then they can buy candy in the store, but you get the idea. So I give them the 3 choices. Now, one of my kids always says, Daddy, I don't need the money, so you always said you can invest it. So if they choose to invest, I'll just take their money And next month, I'll give them slightly more. I give them a percentage extra. Now, they don't understand. The thing is, the eldest says, you know, Dad, I want to save it for later so I can buy bigger things. But the second kid, so my second kid says, Dad, I get more next month because I've invested it. You know, I'm using it as if it's a dividend stock. So next month, instead of giving them like, you know, like $5, I give them like $5.10. Whereas my oldest daughter gets only $5. And she's like, Dad, why is that not fair? Because I'm getting less. Yeah, she invested it and you didn't. That's like playing a game with money with them. And they're like, wow, so if I invest it, I get more next month. I'm like, yes, that's the whole idea of investing. Now, yes, we could also add the risk that they can lose the money and all of a sudden next month they get like, I don't know, $2 all of a sudden. But hey, we got to make it a game. It's a game, people. It's a game. It's a game, people. Don't make it too hard. Yeah, it's the idea. You get the idea. You shouldn't be punishing the kids too much because they should be scared about money, but you should let them play with money. That's the whole idea. And then the last thing that you need to teach your children about money is let them learn the value of money themselves. Like, hey, you know what? You want to have a new bike? Do you even know how much money that actually costs to buy a new bike? And then put it into perspective for them. Because the moment you put the money into perspective for them, they'll learn to understand like, oh, so like buying a new bike is like $100 and I only get like 5 per month? That'll take me like 20 months to buy. Yes. That way you'll give an idea to money. Yet you're not making it a precious idea. Yet it is a good to use as a transaction. And if you teach them how to invest, hey, they'll get that earlier and faster. That's the whole idea. We're not only teaching kids, we should actually be teaching to adults as well. But then again, adults wouldn't want to be playing a game. And they always see the risk and all kinds of things. Like, yeah, but Lucas, yes, but. I always get the yes, but idea. Everybody always questions you like, is it really true, Lucas? Is it really true? Yes, I think there's a trust issue there, but I think that's something else. But okay, so children, teach them to play with money. Children, teach them like to treat money as a good. And children, teach them the value of money. What is the value of something? If you do that, believe me, you'll give your kids so much education that you might have never gotten before. And if you like this video, of course, be sure to hit that like button because it will really help out YouTube's algorithm. And of course, if you like more content like this, be sure to come back to my channel and watch videos like these. I thank you very much for watching. Happy investing. See you on the next.